Hi everyone, it's Andra Bolin and I'm here for your weekly Biz Bomb, which is designed to help you grow yourself so you can grow your business. Today I want to talk about the power of our mind. As you see in the title, it says it very clearly, closed minds don't get fed. Now I know that you've read all the books, watched all the videos, The Secret, The Law of Attraction, The Power of Now, the works of Deepak Chopra. But one of the things that I want to talk to you about is how do we bring this to the ground? In other words, how do we understand this at the level of how we operate in our business? Because the reality is this, you guys, we know in the simplistic form, an open mind is more exploratory, it's more receptive, it's more relaxed, it's more playful and humorous, it's more curious. That's where it operates from. A closed mind is very rigid, constricting, narrow, tunnel vision. And if I were to ask you right now, based off of those two descriptions, if you have an open mind when it comes to your business, would you raise your hand? I can tell you that there was a time where I could not. The reason why is I had a very clear vision. It was very focused. It was very targeted. And I was not flexible at all in exploring anything else. And let me tell you a true story about what happened as a result of that. Because you may be cheering right now and saying, yeah, you should have that type of focus in your vision. And while you're right, we're also very wrong about that. True story. When I first started my business, I was very clear of who I wanted to target, how I wanted to help them, and I stayed on that track. I didn't deviate. I didn't explore. I had people come to me all over the place saying, hey, Andra, have you considered doing this? Hey, Andra, why don't you try this? Hey, Andra, did you know this? And I might listen, but I listened with my eyes shut and my ears closed. I acted like I was listening, but I really wasn't. And the reason why was it was working the way that I was doing it. I was on autopilot. It was getting really easy for me. And I was like, why should I? Why should I switch or change anything? You know, the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But the reality is that if you keep that mentality, it will break. Because what happened was early on in my business, because I was so rigid, narrow, constricted, and not really willing and open to explore other opportunities or ideas, is that at some point, the work that I was doing was dated. And so then I'm now scrambling, now that I'm realizing that it's dated at some effect, in some way. And how I knew it was dated was I started to see revenues slow down. Was now I'm scrambling for those old connections, those old conversations, those ideas that came to me many months before. See, what I wish I would have known then that I absolutely know now is that when you operate from a closed mind, even if you're open in other aspects of your life, you miss out on a boatload, a shit ton of opportunities. You really do. And I want to give you the opportunity to bypass some of the lessons that I had to learn. Because when you keep an open mind, you will be fed. When your mind is closed, eventually you will not receive the food that your business requires to continually be evolving, dynamic, not static. So the invitation is this. If you choose to have an open mind, that means that you're choosing to believe in the possibilities, the infinite possibilities that exist for your business. Let me give you a perfect example to close this up. A closed mind says, well, I'll believe it when I see it. Heard that one before? Which means when you say, I'll believe it when I see it, you don't believe it. Therefore, you'll never see it. An open mind says, I believe it, therefore I see it. Because they believe that all of these coincidences or these serendipitous opportunities or moments or these chance meetings or conversations or questions or the fact that they just happen to land on this page and it strike them curious So they want to explore and dig more. They see those things as gateways to opportunities to evolve and expand. And as a result of that, as a result of following those clues, those universal divine clues that come to you for your business, you, my friends, are now operating from an open space, an open mind where infinite possibilities exist for you. And when we believe in that, we have no choice but to expand. And when you expand personally, guess what happens to your business? It gets the opportunity to expand as well. And how that will show up for you is you'll have more clients, more business relationships, more collaborations, more joint ventures, more profits in your business. That's what happens, my friends, when we stay open. So the invitation and the ask for you is, how can you open yourself up? How can you practice that? And so what I would say to practice that is the next time you instinctively want to say, nah, I'm good, do the opposite. Just sit and be with that moment, see what shows up. And as you continue to do that, more of those opportunities will come to you. So today, we shall accept ourselves and give ourselves the gift of an open mind, because we know damn right closed mouths will never get fed, and neither will a closed mind. So till next time, stay true to you, stay tuned into your truth, and continue to grow yourself so you can grow your business. Bye-bye.